Let's get started with the biggest MMA story that's dominating headlines this week. Jon Jones finds himself at the center of chaos again. Only this time, it wasn't inside the octagon, but during a shocking altercation overseas involving none other than Nate Diaz and an entire squad of Russian fighters. As if that wasn't enough drama, Jon is also responding to backlash over his recent comments about UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. It all began when a post went viral on X, formerly known as Twitter, claiming that about 80 Russian MMA fighters jumped Nate Diaz and his team in Thailand. The internet went into meltdown mode. Was it true? Was Nate okay? Did this really involve Jon Jones? Well, it didn't take long for the story to get some credibility. Jake Shields, Diaz's longtime teammate and training partner, confirmed the incident and posted actual footage to his Instagram. In the video, you can see the chaos unfold in real time. Right from the jump, Shields gets kicked in the head. No editing, no angles. Just raw, unfiltered violence. Seconds later, Nate Diaz charges in, fists flying, swinging at whoever's in front of him. For a few moments, it's absolute pandemonium. But the most unexpected part, Jon Jones, yes, that Jon Jones, is seen in the footage attempting to break up the fight. Rather than joining in the madness, the UFC's reigning heavyweight champion stepped in as peacemaker, pulling guys apart, shouting for calm, trying to defuse the situation. That's right, instead of being part of the chaos, Jones played the role of mediator. This wild scene reportedly occurred during filming for the ALF reality show, a new MMA-based series bringing elite fighters together in Thailand for training, challenges, and of course, drama. Sources say tensions were already high, and the clash between Diaz and the Russian contingent had been brewing for days. Jake Shields later went live on his YouTube channel and broke down the incident, giving fans behind-the-scenes details that weren't visible in the clips. According to Shields, this wasn't some spur-of-the-moment brawl. It was the result of long-standing tension and trash talk. Shields explained that Nate and his crew didn't start the fight, but weren't going to back down either. And while Shields downplayed the head kick, saying, "It didn't faze me though," fans could clearly see the impact on screen. While all of this was going down, Jon Jones was also in the hot seat for something completely different. His comments about Islam Makhachev. A viral clip surfaced of Jones seemingly downplaying Islam's legacy by calling him a little new and saying he's got more work to do. He also suggested Islam's career might be short, despite praising his potential. That didn't sit well with Islam's fans, especially his large Russian and Dagestani following. The backlash was immediate and intense. Jon responded in a Red Corner MMA interview, saying, "I feel like the comment I made upset a lot of people, but really what I was trying to do was translate for Nate to the Russians." According to Jones, the clip was taken out of context. He says he was trying to help Nate Diaz, who speaks in a very casual, slang-heavy style, communicate his thoughts more clearly, especially for a non-American audience. Jones added, "At the same time, me saying Islam is an up-and-coming fighter, when it's coming from me, I can't say that. Not many people can." He insisted it wasn't meant as a slight, just his veteran perspective as someone who's been through the grind and pressure of championship life for over a decade. The criticism didn't end there. One user accused Jon of ruining his legacy with his offhanded remarks. Jones clapped back in classic fashion. Youngest champion in UFC history. Most dominant. Longest reigning. Made millions. Left on my own terms. Flipped fight money into business. Became a great father. Inspired people globally. Yeah, what a terrible legacy. It's hard to argue with him. Love him or hate him, Jon Jones' resume is one of the most decorated in MMA history. His rebuttal was as confident and unapologetic as fans have come to expect. Between the international brawl, his controversial remarks about Islam, and stepping into peacemaker mode mid-fight, Jon Jones is back in the spotlight. But not for his fighting skills this time. In many ways, it's vintage Jon Jones. Chaos follows him. But this time, he's not throwing elbows in the cage. He's navigating the complex and often volatile world of fighter egos, politics, and reputations. Nate Diaz, as always, walked straight into the fire, fists flying, backed by Jake Shields and his crew. He may have been outnumbered, but if history has shown us anything, Nate doesn't care. He's built for war, whether it's sanctioned or spontaneous. Islam's fanbase, meanwhile, is still fuming. But the debate over his legacy isn't over, and Jones's comments, while controversial, have sparked an important discussion about longevity, dominance, and what it truly means to be a GOAT in MMA. Will Jon and Nate speak out more about the altercation? Will Jake Shields' full breakdown change the public's perception? Could this incident lead to bigger changes in the ALF reality show or how MMA stars interact on international soil? One thing's for sure, this is not the last time we'll hear about this incident. In a sport already packed with drama, the combination of Jon Jones, Nate Diaz, and 80 Russian fighters just took things to a whole new level.